Day number 6 will now come to order. Please pause for a moment of silent meditation. Thank you very much. I'll now call upon Councilman Quirk, who will lead us to the Pledge of Allegiance. There's a flag right behind me.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic which
to the
is
republic
for which it's
civil liberty and justice
God,
for all.
indivisible,
under God,
liberty,
with
and justice
liberty
for all.
and justice for all.
Amen. Okay. Is there a motion to approve the journal for the meeting of March 7th?
Submit.
Second.
There's a move and second. All in favor say aye.
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 Ayes have it. The journal is approved. Enrollment of bills. Bills 7-22 and 9-22 were passed by the council, signed by the executive, and hereby enrolled. The secretary will now read all bills for introduction. Mr. Secretary?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. We have 4 bills for introduction this evening. The first is Bill 18-22, Current Expense Budget Childhood Lead Poisoning Prevention and Environmental Case Management Program. Bill 19-22, sponsored by Councilman Crandall, Zoning Regulations, Fuel Service Stations. Bill 20-22, Council Members Jones and Patoka, Board of Appeals Compensation. Bill 21-22, Mrs. Bevins, Zoning Regulations, Uses Permitted in the ML Zone.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. The council will now consider all bills for final reading and vote. Mr. Secretary, first bill, please.
First, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 10-22, sponsored by Councilman Patoka, Zoning Regulations, Uses Permitted in the Business Major Zone.
Councilman Patoka?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Bill 1022 amends the uses permitted by right in the business major or BM zone to permit a Class 7 brewery in certain locations. And in this specific case, we're talking about the location in the 6100 block of Falls Road. And it's in the boundaries of the Ruxton, Riderwood, Lake Roland Community Plan. And it must be located west of Falls Road and 1,100 feet from the furthest pedestrian access point to the parking lot of the Falls Road light rail station. We had a town hall meeting with both the Ruxton, Riderwood, Lake Roland Area Improvement Association, along with the Lake Falls Association. There was a restrictive covenant agreement made with the operators for this brew pub. It will allow for food and beer to be produced there, and everyone seems to be comfortable with this, and I would urge my colleagues to approve Bill 1022.
Thank you, Councilman Patoka. Any questions or comments from the members? Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 9-22.
I believe it's 10, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, I'm sorry, 10-22.
Yes, sir. I'm not sure if, yes. Mr. Jones.
Aye.
Mr. Patoka.
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins.
Aye.
Aye from Councilwoman Bevins.
Yes, sir. I heard that. Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
Mr. Quirk.
Aye.
Mr. Marks.
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Bill 10-22 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next bill, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 11-22. This bill is sponsored by Council Members Quirk and Jones. Zoning Regulations, Uses Permitted in the BL Zone.
Councilman Quirk?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Bill 11-22 amends the theater use permitted in the BL zone to permit specific live music performances. And under current law, theaters permitted by right in the BL zone if it's located inside a CRD on a site formerly used as a theater. And then Bill 11-22 expands this permitted use to also allow a theater, auditorium, or concert hall for the presentation of live music and other performance arts if located in a Baltimore County Arts and Entertainment District And as we talked about at the work session, we are fortunate in Catonsville to have the first of hopefully many A&E districts in the county. I know spearheaded by Kirby Spencer and her wonderful dedicated group of activists in not only Catonsville, but around the county. And Mr. Chairman, I also think we have a small technical amendment on this bill as well, but just would urge my colleagues for their support. I know the administration supports this. I think I know the community supports this. I'm not aware of any opposition at all. So thank you.
You're welcome, Councilman Quirk. It's my pleasure to join you in this bill. Mr. Secretary, please read the amendment to Bill 11-22.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The amendment, as Mr. Quirk alluded to, is very technical and minor. It just clarifies that the use could include public and private events as indicated if located in a Baltimore County Arts and Entertainment District.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Is there a motion to approve the amendment to Bill 11-22?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the amendment to Bill 11-22.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Quirk,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Marks.
Aye.
Guys have it. Let me see what the amendment to Bill 11-22 is passed. Are there any questions or comments from the members on the Bill 11-22 as amended?
Mr. Chair, I think we do have one public speaker if there's no questions or comments.
Okay. On public speaker.
I think we do. Is that right, Mr. Bostic? Do we have a speaker or no?
I don't think we have any speakers on the bill.
Just on work session. We're good.
Right.
We're good. Sorry. I'm on
Sure.
work session land. I think we're good, Mr. Chairman. I move the bill with the amendment.
Second.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Quirk,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins.
Aye.
Okay, the ayes have it. Bill 11-22 as amended, as passed. Mr. Secretary, next bill, please.
Next bill, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 12-22, sponsored by Council Members Jones, Marks, and Patoka. County Code, Board of Appeals, Rules of Practice and Procedure.
Thank you very much. We went over this during the work session. Extensive testimony was taken about some of the changes, and I understand there is an amendment to the bill. Mr. Secretary, please read the amendment to Bill 12-22.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The amendment has to do with paragraph 3 Rule 3 of the Rules of Procedure that are being amended. The amendment would include some language that was actually that is in the current rules that the Board of Appeals wants to retain in this new version. The language is related to appeals, and the language would state that a petition that is dismissed with prejudice may not be resubmitted for a period of 18 months after the dismissal. And again, this language is literally taken from the current rules. It just was not included initially, but it is being included now. And then there's also a minor technical amendment in Rule 6 related to the submission of evidence. Currently the wording says authentic and reliable, and the amendment just clarifies that the evidence should be vetted for authenticity and reliability. So it's just really the tense.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Secretary. Are there any questions or comments about the amendment? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the amendment to Bill 12-22?
So moved.
Is there a second? I'll second it. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the amendment to Bill 12-22.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Quirk,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
The ayes have it. The amendment to Bill 12-22 has passed. Is there a motion to approve 12-22 as amended?
So moved.
I'll second it again. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 12-22 as amended.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Quirk,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins,
Aye.
Mr. Marks.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to be a co-sponsor of the bill.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Duly noted. The ayes have it. Bill 12-22 as amended is passed. Mr. Secretary, next bill, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 13-22. This bill is sponsored by Council members Marks, Catch, and Bevins. Zoning regulations, uses permitted in the business local zone.
Okay, Councilman Marks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Bill 1322 amends the uses permitted by right in the business local zone to permit a food preparation facility for the preparation, cooking, storage, and distribution of food or meals in certain locations. Specifically, a food preparation facility in the BL zone may only be located in the Perry Hall Commercial Revitalization District. What this bill is doing is this bill will allow for Pappas' Seafood to locate a distribution site in the Perry Hall Revitalization District at the former ABC rental location. As you all know, Pappas has been a Baltimore landmark since 1972. This is a terrific enterprise. It continues to put us on the map. I have shared this legislation with the Perry Hall Improvement Association, and they did not have any objections to it.
Thank you, Councilman Marks. Would Councilman Catch or Councilwoman Bevins like to make a comment?
No, except for, as Councilman Marks said, Pappas is a landmark. We have one of their restaurants in my district, and all I can tell you is they're obviously known for their crab cakes, and so please support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Bevins, any comment? Councilwoman Bevins, any comment?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Any comment on the bill?
I thought you were taking the vote. I'm having a hard time with my phone, if you can excuse me.
Okay, no problem. I was asking if you had a comment on the bill 13-22 involving the food distribution for Pappas. Not necessary. Mr. Secretary, please call. No, are they? Okay, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 13-22.
Let me unmute myself.
Motion.
No, we don't. We don't. I'm sorry. I was muted, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Quirk,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Bill 13-22 is passed. The council will now consider all fiscal matters. Extensive testimony was taken at the council's work session on March 15th. The witnesses who testified at the work session are available to restate their testimony if needed. If a council member has any questions regarding a particular fiscal matter, that item will be discussed as a separate matter. I will now call upon the secretary to read the cover letter for fiscal matters 1 through, 4? You're excluding the one that I'm going to be recusing myself from.
Correct, Mr. Chairman. 1 through 4.
Okay,
We can take together all 4 of those. And those involve fiscal matter 1 is a contract with Rescuing Hearts Home Care LLC. Fiscal matter 2 is a contract with Bolton Partners Incorporated. Fiscal matter 3 is a contract with Wood Environment and Infrastructure Solutions Incorporated. And fiscal matter 4 is a contract with KCI Technologies Incorporated.
okay. Are any questions or comments from the members on the fiscal matters 1 through 4? Is there a motion to approve fiscal matters 1 through 4?
Move it.
Been moved by Councilwoman Bevins. I'll second it. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on fiscal matters 1 through 4.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Quirk.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Fiscal matters 1 through 4 are approved. I will ask Councilman Quirk to deal with fiscal matter 5. I'll recuse myself. My wife works for Walters Relocation. It should be noted that Walters Relocation had contracts with Baltimore County long before I got elected. So I will recuse myself from any conversation with fiscal matters 5.
And fiscal matter 5, as you indicate, Mr. Chairman, is 2 contracts, one with D&D Installations LLC and the other with Walters Relocations Incorporated for on-call moving services.
All right, are there any questions or comments from the council on fiscal matter 5? Is there a motion to move fiscal matter 5? I'll move it. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Chair, if you could, Mr. Bostwick, if you could call the roll.
Yes, sir. Mr. Quirk,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Abstain.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins, Mr. Crandall.
Aye.
Fiscal matter 5 is passed.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
Councilman Quirk.
My pleasure.
We'll now consider all miscellaneous business. Mr. Secretary, first item, please.
Resolution 13-22. This is a resolution sponsored by Councilman Marks for the council's approval to amend the boundary of the Perry Hall Commercial Revitalization District.
Councilman Marks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'd like to thank all of you for your support of the previous legislation. This is simply a companion to that other bill. And this resolution modifies the boundaries of the Perry Hall Commercial Revitalization District to accommodate the food distribution center.
Okay. Any questions or comments from the members? Is there a motion to approve resolution 13-22?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. It was moved by Councilwoman Bevins. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on resolution 13-22.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Quirk,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins.
The ayes have it. Resolution 13-22 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next is resolution 14-22. This resolution is sponsored by council members Quirk and Jones, and this calls for the council's approval of amending the boundary to the Woodlawn Commercial Revitalization District.
Councilman Quirk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate your co-sponsorship on this as well. And Resolution 1422 amends the boundary of the Woodlawn Commercial Revitalization District. As everybody knows, we have about 20 officially designated commercial revitalization districts in the county. This amendment, or this additional area, is widely and strongly supported by our chairman, Chairman Jones, by the entire delegation, by everyone in the community, strongly supported by the Department of Planning, by the County Exec's office. I'm not aware of any opposition at all. Chairman Jones, I didn't know if you wanted to say anything else.
Well, I guess I want to thank you so much for your leadership on this issue, Councilman Quirk, and it's my pleasure to join you and work with you on this issue.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there a motion to approve resolution 14-22?
I move it.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on resolution 14-22?
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Quirk,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins.
The ayes have it. Resolution 14-22 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Mr. Chairman, I believe that is the last item on our agenda this evening.
You're absolutely right. Is there any further business to come before the council?
No, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move it.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. The meeting is adjourned. As is customary, anyone who is registered to speak online prior to the meeting is allowed 3 minutes to speak. Ms. Belcastro, Mr. Secretary, I understand we have 3 speakers.
Yes, sir.
First speaker, please.
Our first speaker is Daniel Gollenbeck. Mr. Gollenbeck.
My name is Daniel Gollenbeck. I live in District 3. And with all due respect, I am very disappointed that my representative, Councilman Catch, offered the amendment to the redistricting bill to reclaim communities within District 3 that were moved to another district, thus choosing his voters. But the councilman did not object to a discriminatory map that separated other communities, even though they were as vocal as District 3 precincts in wanting to be united. District boundaries are important because, among other reasons, they affect rezoning decisions. At the District 3 budget town hall, Councilman Catch spoke positively about the redevelopment of Hunt Valley that, in his words, he authorized. There is another similar development, Lutherville Station, that is located beside a transit hub that includes both light rail and buses, and could increase tax revenue and revitalize the area with mixed housing, retail, and office space. Councilman Catch indicated that he will support this project, quote, if it is agreeable to the community, unquote, the same voters that he selected to be included in his district. The redistricting process is intended to allow fair representation for voters based on census results. It is not meant to protect personal domains. That is not how democracy should work. And Mr. Chairman, again, with all due respect, this is a formal meeting of the Baltimore County government, and I was surprised and dismayed at the news that a council member is attending a government meeting from a bar. Thank you.
Okay. Next speaker, Ms. Belcastro. Thank you for your comments, sir.
And Mr. Chairman, I think she said car, C-A-R.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was car or bar, but we certainly appreciate his comments. And Ms. Belcastro, next speaker.
Certainly, Mr. Chair. Next speaker is Nora Miller-Smith. Ms. Smith.
Next speaker, Ms. Oh, is she here?
Ms. Let me unmute you because you're remuting yourself when I unmute you. Ms. Smith.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
My name My name is Nora Miller Smith. I live in District 3 and I've been a Baltimore County resident for 40 years. And I'd like to speak about the County Council's latest redistricting plan, which still does not include a second majority Black district. I'm disappointed that the County Council members continue to fight against having a second majority Black district and that they're paying the law firm McGuire Woods so much money to defend them. According to the response to a Public Information Act request, the county paid that law firm $220,350 for 1 month's services for January 2022. The contract is for 1 year with payment not to exceed $850,000. What better use could Baltimore County find for $220,000 per month? I listened to the Baltimore County Master Plan 2030 Zoom meetings, and Baltimore County residents had wonderful ideas on how to improve our county and the lives of its residents. The county budget uses taxpayer dollars to fund public schools, fire and police services, senior centers, parks and playgrounds, water, sewer, circulator buses, and also the Summer SNAP for Children program, which I would particularly like to talk about. More than 53% of students in the Baltimore County public school system are living in poverty. That means food insecurity is a daily part of their families' lives. Maryland's Summer SNAP for Children program makes sure kids get enough to eat over school breaks when they can't get the free breakfasts and lunches at school that they need. The Summer SNAP program gives families who receive SNAP benefits an extra combined state and county supplement of $1 a day or $30 per child for each summer month, $10 over the winter break. That's $100 a year to make sure that our Baltimore County children have enough to eat when school is not in session. In Baltimore County, there were 51,627 children eligible for Summer SNAP for Children, but in 2021, only 450 of them, that's less than 1% of those eligible, received the extra food support. There wasn't enough money to fully fund the program to provide a family $100 a year to make sure that their child had enough to eat during school breaks. So are there better things that the Baltimore County Council can decide to spend taxpayer funds on instead of handing over up to $850,000 to lawyers? Yes. So County Council members, please make the decision to use Baltimore County taxpayer dollars for the people's benefits and not on expensive lawyers to defend the decision to not have a second majority Black district in Baltimore County, which would comply with the Voting Rights Act by giving Black voters, which are 30% of our population in Baltimore County, an opportunity, a meaningful opportunity to elect a second candidate of their choice. Thank you very much for letting me speak. I do appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your comment. Next speaker, Ms. Belcastro.
Certainly, Mr. Chair. Our next speaker is Fergal Mullally, and are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Good evening, councillors. My name is Fergal Mullally. I'm a resident of District 5 or maybe District 6. I spent some time this afternoon listening to testimony in the county redistricting case in federal court. For what it's worth, I have a poor opinion of the new council map, which continues to disenfranchise minority populations while continuing to fail to respect community boundaries. I was curious to see how this expensive Beltway law firm hired by the council would defend a map which seemed to fly in the face of the Voting Rights Act, and never mind a court order. I have to say that I was disappointed. The lead lawyer for the defendants used contradictory arguments when discussing different districts and tried to defend the map on the basis of data that doesn't exist from early voting. The expert witness for the NAACP, for the plaintiffs, came armed with maps, charts, and tables, while the expert witness hired by the defense made basic errors in his arithmetic and fell back all too often on his gut feelings when he did not have an analysis to support his position. On the whole, it was a half-hearted effort to defend the indefensible. Council, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars that you spent on these lawyers, but it was not well spent. The council is probably planning to spend more in this case, but I urge you to stop and to reconsider. These court cases are expensive, and this is taxpayer money that you are spending. Please do not fall. I plead with you, do not fall into the sunk cost fallacy where you spend more money trying somehow to win back what has already been spent. Now, councillors, you all know better than I that there are many, many places where we could spend a couple of extra $100,000 in our communities. We could build a new playground. We could fix a few potholes. We could give our public school teachers a well-deserved bonus. This has been a tough year for them. Please consider spending the money like this, or at the very least, hire a better law firm. Thank you very much, councillors.
Thank you for your comments. Do we have another speaker, Ms. Belcastro?
We did have another speaker, Mr. Chair, but that person, I've looked for them on the meeting, Victoria Vestrich, and I have been unable to locate her on our attendee list.
I think she's there. I think she's at the very. I think she's at the very end.
I just refreshed. She just showed up. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I think it's unfortunate that a speaker would, in essence, disparage professionals doing their job. So I think that someone ought to speak up for those lawyers that put in a lot of time and effort in the case today. And maybe it depends on your perspective, but I thought both sides argued their case well, and I think it's unfortunate that someone would take a public forum to disparage hardworking professionals. So I just wanted to say that, sir.
Well, Councilman, Mr. Secretary, thank you for your comments. I appreciate it, but believe me, it wasn't quite as bad as trying to imply that we're somehow not feeding children to pay for lawyers. But I'm able to accept that and just move on. So our next speaker, please.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes, go right ahead.
I would suggest.
I'm trying not to get into a big debate here.
I don't want to debate. I'm not debating,
Okay.
but I would suggest that the last speaker look at the definition of the word disenfranchisement. Disenfranchisement is taking away or prohibiting someone from the right to vote, which is not an issue in this case.
Well, listen, I appreciate everybody's comments, and I know it's very frustrating. Believe me, it wasn't easy for me to have someone say that we're somehow not feeding children because we're paying for attorneys. That said, people have their right to call in, and I'll defend that right. And they have 3 minutes to say what they like. And I try to do my best not to just go head to head with people only because, they're entitled to their opinion and we're here to hear it. And that's that. Next speaker, Ms. Belcastro.
Certainly, Mr. Chair. Next speaker is Victoria Vestrich. Ms.
Thank
Vestrich.
you. Thank you, Chairman and Council members. My name is Victoria Vestrich. I live in District 2, and I also, my comments are brief. I ran out of time to write them out thoughtfully. I just wanted to make 2 points. One is, and this is actually in relation to the whole process that led up to the redistricting maps and the revised redistricting map, which was submitted to the judge at the 11th hour, literally on March 8th. And I wanted to just reference, last week was Sunshine Week, which is transparency and good government. Although the large part of Sunshine Week refers to freedom of information, it also refers to meetings and processes that are more open and accessible to the public. And I don't feel the process was up to this point. And the second point I wanted to make, because the other speakers have made the points I might have otherwise made, was that great concern and gravity, and it just brings doubt in my mind that the expert speaker on behalf of the council, the defense, is Dr. James Gimple, who is a primary author for the Center for Immigration Studies, and that is a designated hate group or affiliated with white nationalist groups. And I think very concerned that county council members did not question the attorneys about the appearances of having this person as an expert witness. And thank you for my time to speak. and carry on.
Thank you so much for your comment.
Mr. Chair,
I guess Councilman Marks and anyone
I'd
else.
like-
Councilman Marks.
Yes, I'll be very brief. Ms. Belcastro, can you load the document I gave you earlier? There is this old adage, a picture is worth 1,000 words. This is the congressional map that was adopted by the state legislature. My understanding is there was very little input on this map. I think there was a hearing scheduled around Christmas time. You know, I'm not going to comment much on this map except to say it's amazing to me we don't hear more about the fairness of this map. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you, Councilman Marks. Anyone else like to make a comment?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Welcome, Councilman Patoka. I see
Thank
you've made it from my phone to my computer screen.
I wanted to thank you and Ms. Belcastro for helping me work through my severe technical difficulties tonight, and also thank my colleagues on the council for approving Bill 1022 in such, I guess, what is the right word? I think you navigated it very well, Mr. Chair, while you're multitasking a number of things. So thanks for that, and thanks to my colleagues.
Thank you, Councilman Patoka. Anyone else have any comments before we adjourn? You good, Councilman Crandall? I hope I didn't say anything earlier to try to slow you down or shorten your comments. I think anybody else have any comments?
Not at all, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Councilman Quirk.
I just wanted to echo our council secretary's comments, Mr. Bostwick. I think some of the opposition to our maps have been unprofessional, inappropriate, and it's unfortunate. So I'll just leave it there.
Thank you. It certainly has been a challenge for all of us, but we will get through it, and we in Baltimore County will be better for it. Any additional questions or comments? All right. Thank you very much. Everyone, take care. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.